Alright guys, welcome to a new video. Today I tried to record a video but I forgot to press the recording button. Funny me. Let me just quickly go through the game and show you guys what the game we went through. So e4 c5, knight f3, and knight c6. Or the open Sicilian, we all know this shit. Well, we all know the first four moves of the Sicilian. He goes for a d6 Sicilian, which I don't anything of. I don't know anything of. f3, going for some sideline. Bishop very passive, bishop a bit better. He goes for this setup, the kind of like a dragonish setup, and we go more like a Yugoslav setup. It's actually the perfect setup for this kind of opening. A6 castles and rook c8. After knight c2 and knight e5, we went b3 to protect the pawn, which was under attack. And after castles, we went queen d2 to just protect this knight on c3, which is undefended. If in some case, all the knights go away, this bishop would be very strong to attack a piece, whilst the other is attacking some other piece. Something like that. Knight h4, trying to make this bishop somewhat more active. No other plans. Rook d1 and bishop c6. So here we went for uh, knight b4. Much better was f4, and after he goes back, we can even go uh, here, and after e6, we might even go like something like bishop here. You're probably wondering, what are you doing when? Well, we're just taking stuff, and if it takes, the bishop is actually trapped, and we're still doing fine. This, of course, I did not see, but the engine saw, and now I pretend it's my own idea. But no. So queen a4. So after knight b4, queen a5, knight d5 takes, and here I expected him to take the queen. And then we could play this game out after bishop pair. I am doing very well in space, and our opponent is probably not feeling that comfortable. I'm also threatening some forks here and there. So maybe even after this move, I could have done this first and then taken. And after a move like this, we just won back. Our opponent, on the other hand, saw this threat and went for rook d8 to stop this. Forgot about the queen, and this in turn led us to win the game. But let's be honest, we probably were already winning in this scenario. Just not that much. Just not that much. So that was the first game. And now we're gonna play a new game. Hopefully with the same results, but hopefully with a better game. I'm talking too much. I'm gonna go for very tricky lines, which obviously I know a lot about. Otherwise we wouldn't be here. We're up 2 pawns, but we're gonna play d5 here. And then we're not up 2 pawns anymore. We're gonna sack a pawn. He takes that pawn. And I'm kind of out of theory now, but my best guess here is to give a check or play bishop d6 and try the castle. He has 2 pieces out, 3 pieces out. This one is kind of inutile. Inutile. He could play this check, but I just play bishop e6. So let's get bishop here, here, and we just play queen here, and we just trade off and be happy. I think so. Yeah, okay. So bishop d6. Let's keep more pieces on the board. Nothing to be scared of. And after castle, we castle as well. Shouldn't be anything to worry about, I think. Rook e1. I'm thinking about rook e8, just offering a trade. Yet we are a bit passive, so we might have to be careful here. Nevertheless, bishop g4 also seems quite good. Let's start with that. Just trying to get the minor pieces off the board first. Or all off the board, more like in play. So maybe bishop. I feel like bishop f4 is also really good here. And after g4, I just feel like there are too many weaknesses for him to pounce upon. A knight here. There are some squares you could now occupy. Maybe we should play this. Maybe we should play this. Um, yeah, I don't know. He always has, yeah. Let's go with a very slow a6. I am quite confident that it couldn't be that bad, so to speak. And now knight here, as I'm not sensing any danger. And now we're very close to finishing up our development with the pawn up. Yes, he does have a very strong d5 pawn, but it's also very isolated. He's going though there. Interesting. I kind of want to go here, but with no real reason though. And yeah, I kind of want to play rook e8 as well. So rook e8 takes, and just simple chess basically. Let's do simple chess. I'm not sure about anything, but what I am sure about is that simple moves can't hurt usually. I actually quite like knight c5 because we had the potential of knight d3 there. Um, but now, maybe now it's even better. What does queen here do? Doesn't really do anything in my opinion. So let's go knight here. It's a bit unstable, but seems to be okay. All right. So we could just take. I think we will just take. Can also play this. For takes. It's a very interesting position, but I don't know what's happening. Knight c5, knight takes, still taking the queen. After bishop takes, rook takes. We're up a piece. It's very interesting actually. Takes. Let's say bishop takes. And now you can take, but the piece remaining is the bishop. And you're threatening to take there. And also queen d2, queen d7, very simple move. I like queen d7, not gonna lie. Queen d7 is so simple. Makes me um makes me question myself why I calculated all those variations. Our opponent is very intrigued with the move I just made. I would probably be so as well. Um, so yeah, maybe knight d4 would be played, queen g6 perhaps, maybe even queen here. This and then drop back to here. All options I could consider. Actually, no. There's a queen there, so we're just trading out there. Even though that wouldn't be bad, wouldn't be great either. So I don't know. Still, up a pawn, survived the early game. or the opening, whatever it's called nowadays. So I'm quite happy with how it's standing. His pawn structure is also kind of weak. I'm not very impressed by the opening choice. All right, so he wants to trade off everything, which is a very interesting choice. I will go with him because I have this in the end, and it seemed to me that's somewhat strong. And it's strong because I get rid of the bishop, but also I get maybe this pawn and this pawn as well. So let's calculate like if knight here, if queen here. Um, well, first off, there is, but he goes for that though, which is very um creative, very creative for sure. Because he is threatening this, but at the same time he's not because we can just take. I'm thinking about just taking here, takes, takes, takes. If bishop here, we just go here. It seems to me that that is a very good plan. And I'm just gonna go for it. Very nonchalantly. Nonchalantly? That's not a word. But yeah, just very uncareful of me to do this, but I really feel like this is just a good move. And this is my one of one of my many weaknesses in my game where I'm just not really giving a shit, basically. So yeah, deal with it. He takes. Now we take. We're also having a target here. This is a target. There are also some back rank mating issues. So you could say he goes, wow, that's a very impressive move. I'm thinking about this and this. Although I should be careful, I am not. Again, one of my many weaknesses, and I will just go for the tricks. I'm just going for the tricks. Maybe this is an option as well. Actually, here takes, and is there a mate? No, because there's bishop f8. Okay, that's good to know. So there are no mating problems on my side, but there are on his. That's nice to know. That's nice, isn't it? That's nice, isn't it? So let's say he goes king f1 here. Then we probably just play b6, defends the threat, goes for something else, which just wants to trade off. My guess is that's quite viable. My next option now is to just give a check. And if he goes back, we go for the queen. If he takes, we go for the mate. It's very tricky. It's not really careful. It's not very clinical. But we do it nevertheless. Because I like them tricks sometimes, you know? So we go for the queen now. And we're also trying to trade off pieces. Maybe we are just going for a pawn. I don't know. I really don't know. And it seems now that we played it after playing the trick, it seems that the playing the trick was the right call in my opinion. So he got a trick as well now. One is attacking the knight, so we need to move it away. We could play this, force the queen trade, and then go after this pawn, which is very viable and safe. And I'm pretty sure I can play that off. We can also go for a more critical route, where we go here, but then we're allowing now h5 with mating threats. We have to play this, and then dark square won't leak. Although I don't really see how he takes advantage of that. So to just showcase clinical ability, um, we're gonna go for this route. We'll trade off everything we- and we'll play this endgame. So now we're threatening this bishop, as well as going back here, and this dude doesn't seem to be like hanging on here, and we can just start pushing p. Um, Free pawn. Yeah, and this is also, we don't even need this pawn anymore. It's not even a target in my book. Let's just move away the knight. We'll just inhibit this knight for now, play in the white squares, and I'll win, win, win. Actually, let's make it even simpler. We could trade off bishops here, because the bishop is pinned, and play of this endgame with very good chances, I would say. All right, it goes there. It's very interesting. I think I will just go for this pawn now. It's a target anyway, so. And then we're also trading this, by the way. So we're trading takes, takes, and this fork. So that's a really nice tactic in my book. Let's say he moves it away, maybe here. I'm gonna go for this tactic. He does go for it. Wow. He allows me to go for the tactic. That's wow. Yeah, that does make it my day a little bit better. Ha. And now we take a sip of water. Good game, good game. Thank you guys for watching. I think I played really accurate here. Let's check, let's check. Let's see, let's see. Let's see. 95% accuracy. Ah, Giannis would do this. If you don't know Giannis, link is in the description. 95%. Actually, I played like at 2300. Sure, sure. In my dreams. But I think I played pretty accurate, to be honest. But it was also pretty easy to play accurate. That's the whole thing. Let's take everything with a grain of salt. This seems to be a very good way to counter, even though it's not the best line, it's a very good way to counter this opening after takes, for example. Wait. Usually they don't even play this, right? Did I screw up something? Oh, after e5 you play d5, I thought. And after takes, check. Let's say this. We can take with the queen, and if bishop here, we can take, and still take with the queen. Now we take here. And after this check, and here we have rook e8 check, I thought. Yeah, it's actually very unclear. I have no clue what the opening has to say about this lines I played. d5. Let's say e5. Bishop e4 check. And after knight here, takes, and knight e4. You can win back the pawn, but then you lose the piece, right? So, what do you do here? This is not looking good for white. So e5 is definitely not a move. Takes. Went for a very solid line, apparently. Yeah, apparently better to go here, but I really was not in the mood for this. So I went here instead. So now the incentive to do this is little bit less for some reason. It's a psychological thing. So I went back here, went knight there. It seemed to work, by the way. Knight there, queen there. Took me so long. Took me so long. But we got there in the end. Takes. Knight there. Knight takes. Apparently not giving a shit in this scenario was really good because we had a better position. Then we went for tricks. Here, we could have gone for this, right? We could have gone for this, but then we allow all sort of shenanigans. And then we G6, and there is a chance, like, I'm just gonna play random moves, obviously, but there is this chance that I might just blunder something stupid like this, you know? Just saying, just saying. But there was really no need to be scared. I think even that scenario we were plus 20 or plus 4. Um, but here there is no queen, so there are no mating threats. So you can look away for a second. And worst case scenario, you don't lose, you lose a pawn. And in this case, we won a lot of pawns, and we had a very nice trick in the end. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. How do you stop this?